listening to last week's episode, Lance. Let's not talk over people. This-
Oh my God. Seriously?
Yeah, you
You know,
have
by
a
the
habit
way,
of doing that a lot
oh,
lately.
by the
You
way, I had several people tell me I was actually right and you did stop. And I started talking. So you were actually the rude one who actually
No,
interrupted
I
me.
wasn't done with my thought.
And,
I
and you
didn't even
were.
finish my thought. No, I wasn't. Because like I had to finish my sentence. I was
According to
making a
our people that
no,
listen
I
to
was
us,
I was
you are the
literally
wrong.
who? Because I was literally making a point, and then you were just waiting for me to stop talking. So clearly you weren't listening to what I was saying. One.
So you agree you did stop
No,
talking.
I paused because I was thinking about what I had to say, and you literally just started to change the subject and you started talking
Okay,
about something else
I
because you
hate to
were
tell you
waiting.
this.
No, no, no. But Lance, this is what you do. Instead of listening to people, you just wait till people stop talking and you're not hearing what it is that they're saying. So you can just change the subject.
And again, Mikey's the one that actually started talking right after you paused. And then I talked.
well,
Okay, I
Lance
need
just
to.
sent me a meme a couple minutes ago saying that I was an instigator of the
Yeah,
show.
right. Exactly. This is why he's doing this right now.
Uh,
You obviously didn't see the post I just sent to our group
I
chat,
don't
but
even know where my phone is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to stay alive. Some days I wanna die, but I don't wanna say goodbye.
This is Jenna Cannell from Terrifier, Faceless After Dark, and Renfield, and you are listening to Slashers Podcast.
I've had the day from hell. I broke a
Lance, she's a
nail.
busy businesswoman.
I am. I am. Like, I'm like killing myself all day. It must be nice to only work a few days a week, Lance. My goodness.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is her scenario every time. I didn't do a job and now I'm stuck in doing this job all week long. It
She's
sucks.
helping immigrants in this toxic political climate. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
I'm not saying
easy
what I'm going
right
to say.
now.
She'll flip out on me. So I'm not saying anything. I see what
No.
you're doing here, Mikey.
Well, at any rate,
Hmm.
this is
Anyway.
Slashers Podcast. Today, Aid will be guiding you through the lovely woods of whatever the fuck that camp is called. And it's week 2 of our Patreon Appreciation Month.
Is it a
Mm.
rolling river or something like that? Rolling something.
It's Camp Anorak, isn't it?
No, they
That's the
changed
first
the
one.
name. Arrowwhack is the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one. It's rolling
Oh.
something.
Rolling Rock.
Rolling.
It's a great beer, by the way.
Rock, keep
Um,
Is it?
rolling.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lance, please. No, sir.
You just
No.
said you just literally said a minute ago, gays don't do beers.
Yeah, and when we do, it's Rolling Rock and Lone and
Is that what
Dos
it is?
Equis, the ones that taste like slightly flavored water.
Okay, there it is. Oops.
Wow.
But you know what? Today's episode's dedicated to
Kevin.
Kevin Leamy,
Oh,
our
yeah.
lovely, beautiful Kevin Leamy, who lives up north. I'm very jealous. He's been to Sleepy Hollow and sends pictures of the lovely autumn. I guess that's no. Is that New England?
He lives in
Yeah.
New York. He because he did
I wasn't gonna dox him.
Oh, well, no, he lives in New York because I remember when I was in Utica, he was like, "Oh, I've been there, da, 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 da." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I know he's not super far from where I'm from.
His
So,
address is actually. I'm just kidding.
Too.
oh, well, I forget his address. I do have it.
Oh
I
my
have all
God.
the Patreon
Hey,
addresses.
what are you doing right now?
Well, speaking of advertising our Patreon, the reason why we have y'all's addresses is because we send gifts to our Patreon members. We're not creepy and weird.
Except
Mhm.
maybe Aid when she's about to give up all the information on our episodes here.
I'm not giving up any information. I'm just saying that
She
Kevin
doesn't
and
give it up.
I are from the same area. So there.
Yes. And I think for as long as I've been doing the show, Kevin and Cam, I think, are the OG Patreon
Mhm.
members from back in the day. So special shout out to, what do they say? Our main ones to stay ones.
Ooh, speaking of that,
Our
guess who
A1s
just
and
joined?
Day one.
Oh yeah, my little bit sister Sarah. Welcome to the Patreon family. Sarah.
Yay, Sarah.
Look
And
at that.
I wonder if my post today prompted her to join the Patreon because in my post for our episode this morning, I even added on if you want a movie this month, join our Patreon. And then Mikey's sister joined. So I'm very excited.
Mhm.
Yay.
There's a lovely request I'm sure everybody will be thrilled with.
Well, whatever. I mean,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, my mom's like, "Oh, I read the book. You need to watch the movie." Da, da, da.
Oh,
I'm
your
like,
sister's the one picking this. Oh, well, enjoy, Sarah. I'll be the one hosting that
Lance
I
will
sweetness.
be
know.
hosting. We apologize ahead of
The one that
time.
doesn't respect women will be hosting the one.
Whoa!
The one who talks over women and gays. My gosh.
Oh my God. Hey, go on.
At any rate, you know what? I haven't talked to y'all since Pride. And I went to Austin and saw an amazing band called Guzzler. And yes, it is playing off of Come Guzzler. It's a
Hmm.
gay punk band, and they're amazing. And I had a super fun time. I took it upon myself to also, because I was with my friend Cody. Hi, Cody. Uh, Sometimes
Hey.
listener. And
Sometimes listener, why isn't he a Patreon member? What the fuck, man?
you know what? I'll ask him.
Uh,
But
Mm.
we were there because everything's kind of downtown Austin. I was like, you know what? I'm taking these hoes in 2 weeks to Austin. Let me peruse the straight area because I haven't done that before. Found an amazing place to get burgers. It's a horror themed bar that was playing
nice.
Puppet Master when we were there.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
there's a horror toy store there. Sorry, Aid. I found a couple of comic book shops to take him to.
Yes.
Waterloo Records. So my
Yes.
friend Cody is actually just like you, but like 10 years younger. And I told him, I was like, you know what? You should come with us. So that way you and Lance can spend all day in these record shops and Aid and I can go to the gay bar.
Hey, I don't hate gay bars. I mean, I'm
Yay.
sure Cody doesn't either.
You and Cody are the exact same.
Nice.
Oh,
I was
they're
like,
both, is he sensitive too?
not at all. No, not at all. But they're very low key, open minded, comfortable with themselves. And I sent the band Guzzler to Cody as a joke because Cody's really big into like all forms of metal and punk. And he listens to like things like clowncore, all these different cores. And when I saw the band listed as cumcore, I said, "Oh, look, a new genre for you to explore." And he went with it and watched all of their live shows. He just loves music.
Yeah.
So I took him. If you saw my video, you could see Cody bobbing his head like a straight guy, and I put straight ally approved. Um,
By the way, that guy has the most amazing thighs. Like, Jesus, he has muscles on the singer from Come Guzzler.
Guzzler. It's just Guzzler. Um, there you have it, listener. I don't think I know his name, but singer of Guzzler. You have great thighs from the
Hmm.
Dude,
lance, from the mouth, from the lance of mouth, from
I,
the
I thought
mouth.
he was your friend who you work out with that I've seen you in videos with, the smaller kind of Spanish looking dude.
No, that's Pablo. He's not
Oh,
here.
but he has like really defined thighs like that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Where
well, I
is
mean they're in their jock straps, so you do get to see all of the leg.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I wanted to tell you guys that.
Well, we're excited. And yes, we will take Lance to the record shops because it's his B day, everybody.
Mm, mm, mm,
So
mm.
hopefully everyone's been checking their mail if you're listening, because I need you to check your mail. Anyways,
Patreon members.
Patreon
Yeah.
members, not random people on the streets. Anyways, well, you should always check your mail because I'm sure some of you haven't checked it in months and there's crap piling up in there. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Today's PSA. Last PSA was check your local laws. Today's PSA is check your mail.
Check your
See, I
mail
told
and
you,
throw out the flyers.
people learn things from us. Maybe
Yeah.
not the right things all the time, but we do give out lessons.
Listen, we're here for you to enjoy. So there. Sorry, Stella's having a moment. Anyways,
I guarantee you, fucking Mikey will teach you more about animals than any other place that
I will.
does
I
horror.
just found out polar bears eat beluga whales sometimes. Very enthralling information.
No,
oh, I
how does
love
that go
beluga
down?
whales.
They jump on them?
Have you seen a grizzly bear eat a fish? It's like that, but with the much larger fish.
That's
Polar bears are
crazy.
huge. Let's remember. But I have a new segment I'd like to propose because I'm tired and I'm old and I need a bitch. I
Mm.
have a new segment called The Grieveyard, where I bring my horror related grievance to you each week.
Mm.
And
That works for
today
me.
I have one, and I'm sure you guys will have some in the future. Today I would like to present a very white knight syndrome, Gen Alpha, whatever take that horror movies are very misogynistic and that Terrifier is a franchise that just likes to abuse women on the screen. And to
Mm.
that I say, have you seen horror movies from the 80s? Because how can you say, we'll just take Terrifier, for example. Love it or hate it, that's not the issue. These women in these movies that are getting tortured, yeah, it's a horror film. It's horrifying. It's not glamorizing, abusing, or beating up women. If you are wondering why you don't really see men in that situation, it's because men don't pull at the emotional strings that a woman does when she's in trouble. Because, like babies and animals, women are perceived more of innocent, more vulnerable, and like she doesn't deserve that. Where if you see a man, there's always kind of like, not all men, but whatever. Uh, he probably
You
deserves it.
kind of got it.
Yeah, and then these movies, they all have a strong woman that overtakes the villain at the end. So I see this comment, and it's a man who posts this, and I'm like, this isn't going to get you laid, especially with the horror ladies who know what I'm
No.
talking about. Like, there are movies that, yes, maybe it seems a little bit like the director has some weird issues towards women. I don't think Terrifier is one of them. I don't think most horror movies are in that field of how they view or treat women. Because even though, yes, women do get the shit and the stick in these horror movies, they're also the ones that overcome and beat up the monsters at the end. So
Yeah.
I just had to get that off my tits.
Hence why we have the final girl trope. So there's that. But I will say that I don't know why anybody would say that about Terrifier because men get it just as bad
Yeah,
in the
like in the second
films
one, I think it was no,
and
the first one.
children. And by
The
part
third one.
three,
The
Yeah,
third one with the shower scene
yeah,
alone with that one guy. Like, I mean, like it was basically his way of like, like making up for whatever anybody thought about in the first one,
yeah.
with the hacksaw thing. I mean, come on.
well, I mean, and in most of these horror films too, when they are centered around women, most of the time it's because we're all, it's women doing something that inherently they're all together, doing like slumber parties or, a sorority house or whatever. I mean, obviously it's all women there. So what do you want them to do? Now, if you're this movie that we're talking about today, and if you're Angela from Sleepaway Camp, by part two, she is in fact completely transitioned, right? So
Supposedly.
Angela is a fucking cunt. So,
Yeah.
and she slut shames, and
Hmm.
she, as a woman doing these things. So, I just think it's interesting. I think people just kind of want. Again, this is where we're trying to grasp at straws when it comes to uh, looking for talking points in a horror film. Now we're just looking for shit to upset us so we can have a conversation about it. I'm like, not at all of it is that serious. Like, we're talking about Terrifier here. Really, Terrifier is showcasing the gore, everyone. So get the fuck over who he's killing because he kills everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first thing about Terrifier they always talk about is legitimately like there's no storyline. It's just he's basically one person is the next person, and so forth and so on. Like, I mean, the fact that what two had a crazy underworld hell area they fell in. There's a magical sword, so now we're sliding into kind of like the Deathstalker type of like. Come on, man! Like it's just
The sword and sorcery, as you like to say, sorcery.
sword and sorcery. All the sauces.
Well,
Uh,
but I get it, and I have a lot of grievances. Speaking of grievances, not that I'm going to bring my grievance to the graveyard, but I did actually watch a movie that I've been putting on the back burner for years and years because I hate rape revenge films. I
mhm.
can't. Getting through the beginning for me is always so difficult. So I don't, even though the payoff, most of the time, the payoff is supposedly worth it. I don't feel like I need to sit through the beginning. And I finally watched Revenge because it's the same director as The Substance.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, now I have to watch it to see what she does.
Yeah.
So very good film.
Oh, I love that movie.
Very good.
It's
And
so good. And the end, like, if you have any issues with the way that they handle her in the beginning with the assault, it's made up by how they handle the man at the end who is naked for like the last 15 minutes,
dick
cock and balls
everywhere.
swinging everywhere, blood. I love that whole last segment is just so blood soaked and so like awesome. I love it.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, it's such a beautiful scene too, especially when just how they shot it and everything. And so,
Yeah.
obviously because a woman did it.
Oh,
So Which I feel like if we're gonna do rape revenge films, it has to be a woman, you know. I
Yeah.
feel like a woman needs to be in charge of it because I don't know how a man can really bring another woman's terror at the forefront the way it needs to be and that sort of thing because you're never gonna experience that, right? I mean, unless you're in prison, I guess. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like,
well, okay, but even then, I mean, don't go to prison.
I mean, but if
Maybe
it's a
don't go to
woman's
prison.
if it's a women's point of view, there's things called like sensitivity readers, and if it's a author that knows what they're doing, they'll usually, because it also happens like if I'm Hispanic and I write a part for a black person, I'm going to ask a black person to read it and be like, is this true? Is this a true voice? Everything like that. So
oh yeah,
you really should be getting, perspective because it's obvious. I mean, the biggest examples we have are when old people write for kids in movies and obviously did not ask kids to what they thought about this language. And you're like, yeah, that doesn't seem legit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so Revenge is really great, everybody, and it's currently on Shudder. So if you want to watch it, go ahead and start it because apparently Shudder this month has a lot of female assault films that they just added to their roster and
We love to
vampire
see it.
films. So I'm just
It's on
like
topic for the grievance, not the vampires, the assault.
the assault. So I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? But anyway, so back to our main play of the day, our Sleepaway Camp Part 2, Unhappy Campers. So this one comes out in 1988, the year of my birth. Yay. So I thought how fitting. Oh, thank you, Mikey.
You're
How
welcome.
fitting that we do this movie this year because my birthday just passed. So yay.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know. And the tagline is when you go camping, just take the essentials. So one of the things that another grievance at the graveyard, I want to say, always was been at the cover of this movie. So the cover art or the picture or the photo, I love the
One
backpack and
behind Mikey, by
everything.
the way.
Yeah, the one behind Mikey. I'm looking at it over here on my other screen. But so that's not
Pamela.
Pamela Springsteen. It is another actor or it's another person because she wasn't available for her photo shoot. So they just put another girl there and expect us
All women look the same.
not to notice. I'm just like, this is just one of the many things, the many issues of this movie. And don't get me wrong, I do love this movie, but I have problems with it. And the cover is the fucking problem for me. So I love that Felissa Rose, if you ever meet her, and I highly recommend you all go and stand in line and meet her if you get a chance at any convention because she is so sweet.
She's
Mhm.
awesome.
She will talk to you. She has just the best personality. She's a lot of fun. And she likes to have a good cocktail. Like me and her would totally like party together. Like I love her. Anyway, and obviously she doesn't reprise her role as Angela in part two. Bruce Springsteen's sister does, in case you didn't know who that was. So Lance told me today he didn't realize that until today.
I didn't. Just threw me off. I was like laughing. I was like, oh, like my Steve.
Springsteen. That sounds
Yeah.
so familiar.
I just didn't think about it. I just know her as Pamela. You know what I mean? Like it's like
I
okay.
know. Just to have that's such an 80s name, right? Pamela.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the model on the cover art is not Pamela Springsteen. It is another girl named, what is her name? I wrote it down. Connie Craig. She appears as the model for Angela in promotional material as Springsteen was unavailable for the photo shoot. So just imagine like being in a movie that you're not even on the cover of. Like, what is the point of that?
I mean, do you think she cared at that time? I mean,
I
we
mean,
gotta always
yeah,
remember
she wanted to
too.
do this movie. So, and she comes back for part 3. So good for her, right?
Is she on part 3's cover?
No.
Yeah, it's
There's
a
even a more
cartoon.
voluptuous woman on part 3. It's a huge
Really?
compared to
I
mine.
know. I couldn't think about it. I was like, is she even on part 3's cover?
You know what's weird is part 3's cover because you don't see you see the nose down, and you see cleavage in the knife, and
Oh
like
yeah.
it looks like Felissa Rose's body, even though Felissa Rose isn't in part 3. But it's just so weirdly advertised because even the cover behind me, like these women are like done up for the 80s. Uh, and in the movie, uh, what's her name? Angela, it's like no makeup, nappy hair, like just
Yeah.
real
She's
homely.
rough.
Yeah. So if you're looking for like a vixen killer woman, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, she actually looks like an actual camper or camp counselor type person, like just very like
She
girl next
looks
door.
like an evangelical Christian camp counselor.
She
And she
does.
behaves like one, right? I mean,
Yeah.
she's, she's definitely not, I wouldn't say she was feminist at all. So to put Angela as a feminist icon, and I'm sure people do, I don't
Absolutely
see
not.
it. I
No.
don't see it. And then and that's my biggest problem with the movie. It's not, and a lot of people like to say that this film, and we're just going to get this out of the way right now. A lot of people love to say that this film is like anti-trans or against trans people or whatever. But I really don't see that. And even Felissa Rose has commented about the films as well, because obviously part one is such a shock, right? The ending. And if you don't know the ending in part one, I'm not
Why
going
are
to
you
spoil it.
listening to us?
Like you have to see this movie, even if and I know, I feel like the beginning of the film is a little bit rough to get through because you don't really realize it's a horror comedy right away because you're like, why is the aunt acting like that? That ending is so jarring. Like,
Well, to speak on that, because it is, well, by the time this episode comes out, everybody, Pride will be over. But I hope everybody had a wonderful, lovely Pride Month. You should still
woo.
be proud. But
You.
I do not find the first one transphobic whatsoever. I've said this before because Angela is not trans. She or they were a cis male child who was forced to live as a girl, and essentially it seems like just took on the persona of being a girl. So
Mhm.
when it's forced upon you, it's not really like you're trans. You're just, they're kind of fucking you over mentally. But in this one, it definitely starts off a little problematic the way that they're explaining it. Uh, but again, this is the 80s. Trans issues were not discussed. Trans people weren't really known too much. There wasn't very many in mainstream that people could like pull from. There was no discussions about it. So I was like, they don't know. I mean, they did a good job like respecting the pronouns sometimes, and but there's definitely some comments in there that like after shock treatment therapy, I'm cured. I'm like, what are you talking? Because it was very much, are you talking about killing people or the fact that like you were a boy? It was very confusing.
Yeah. And
But
I just think that at the time it's not as I don't think they looked at it as something that they needed to be sensitive for, right?
yeah, and I feel like they really wanted to get away from that. This one, it's almost like in the newer Halloweens when they were like, no, Jamie, or not Jamie, Laurie's not his brother. That was just a rumor. So like in this one, it starts off with, oh, she was a boy, but she went through a whole operation. Um, and that's the last time it's ever discussed. And I thought
Mm.
that's what made the first one so effective is you like rewind in your mind and be like, oh my God, that was the brother, not the sister the whole time. And thinking about the situations they've been in and what they've witnessed and putting yourself in their shoes. That's what made it so creepy. And to me, that was like the real horror and like why the ending is so, because even though Sleepaway Camp #1 is campy and cheesy, you leave the theater kind of feeling ugly. Like it's a really shocking, especially if you don't know, ending. Um,
Hmm.
this one, I was like, you should have just made a brand new movie because like they brush it under the rug saying, oh, she's fully transitioned, everything's fine. And then just never bring it up again and go to like this weird female camp counselor killing people thing.
You imagine them trying to like talk Pam like into like your older brother is Bruce Springsteen. I mean, at this time frame, he's like top of the world. They're like, okay, how against you are you if you were still a man per se?
Well,
You
it
know
Well,
what I
didn't
I do
mean?
matter.
wonder.
Go ahead.
I do wonder if they did choose her because not that she's not feminine, but or maybe they didn't put makeup on her to kind of keep like a little bit of a
What
what's it
if?
called? Uh androgynous look. Because if I saw her in person, I wouldn't ever think anything, oh, that's a trans woman. But she has some masculine type features, but I also don't know if they upplayed it for the film.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Hate
it's
twisted.
interesting because she
Oh,
she does look
shit. You
she
know,
does look like her brother, but she didn't tell anybody for years that she was his sister. So nobody really knew at the time.
Yeah.
And
you know the last name.
I mean, you didn't
Lance.
know.
I was gonna
Well,
say.
yeah, but I wasn't thinking. But that's the thing is, but at that time
Maybe they
frame,
weren't thinking,
not in the '80s when everybody knows who Bruce Springsteen is. I mean, I watched it later on,
people
and like
know
I
who
know
he is
who.
now. How do you not
Yeah,
know who the boss is?
but I'm not thinking to myself, oh, he has a younger sister who happens to be in Sleepaway Camp, this new movie that just came out. you know,
Well, whatever. Nobody knew at the time. There wasn't Google. Okay. You couldn't get on your phone and look it up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Mm.
And my thing is like, if she wants to have her own, make her own place in society, I wouldn't want to ride his coattails because you can't really show him up, right? So,
Oh yeah.
but anyway, so, and it's not because he's a man, it's because he's Bruce fucking Springsteen, everybody. So, whatever.
Mhm.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, so people say that. I don't necessarily think it is. I just think that they weren't sensitive about it because I don't think people knew enough about it. And I think they were just using it as a story, as Mikey was saying, like a way to drive the story and not a way to demonize, trans people. And interestingly enough, in the 80s, I believe in season 2 of the Golden Girls, it's season 2 or 3, I can't remember. Even though I've watched them all like back to back a million times. But there is an episode. I mean, and they're one of the very first shows like back in the day that, featured gay characters, including trans characters, because there is an episode with a trans character.
Mhm.
So I just thought that was interesting because I'm like, okay. And I know that they have a trans character that gets killed and All in the Family, and it's a really sad episode. And
Mm.
it's just like, there are shows that tackle like people knew about this. I just don't think I just say, especially in the 80s, like, being gay was like synonymous with catching AIDS and all of that shit. Like everybody was just so like whatever about it. Like they were
Speaking of
very
that,
scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, then you throw the whole trans thing on top of it. I just don't know. Like, I'm sure people had opinions, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
there's a
nobody,
great AIDS one-liner in this
that's
movie.
what I was saying. I was like, there's that one moment you're like, oh my god.
I
I
mean, I
know.
love I love a sexually forward woman, but there's probably some more sensitive way to say you don't got AIDS, do you? Right after you have
Dude,
sex with someone.
I mean, that character, honestly, like if you were looking for a strong woman in this movie series, good lord, Ali
Yeah.
had you.
I mean,
Well,
really, those girls could have taken her on.
that's
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, I feel like they should have been more, I just, that disappoints me that they're not more like, these girls totally could have beat her ass. Like, fuck you,
Yeah.
Angela. Like, come
Well,
on
they attacked
now.
the boys, didn't they?
Oh, with their panty raid.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
penny.
their jock straps. Which I was like,
Jock
did
strap
everybody wearing a
raid.
Oh,
jock strap in the
you would
80s?
have been so offended, huh, Lance? My goodness.
Oh, I
No, no,
know.
not that,
Not
ladies.
that. No,
What?
don't do that.
Ah, can't help it.
Well, we
I
have
was like,
another famous sibling in the film.
Oh, who is that?
The girl who plays Molly. She's an Estevez.
Oh, that's
wow.
right. Renee Estevez or whatever her
Mm-hmm.
name is. Yeah, I saw that. I too wondered if she was related to someone famous.
So the one that
Yeah.
just gets stabbed when she sees the other one when she's trying to throw the body out the window. Is that Molly?
She's the main girl. The
She
The
the
is
good
main
girl.
main.
the one who gets to the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
So that's
Yeah.
exciting. And I love that. And it makes sense because, Martin Sheen, Martin Sheen was already famous, but Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez were like up and coming in the 80s too. So
Yeah.
clearly we have, nepotism or siblings who want to branch out into other independent films, which I love because I feel like it's so fun to look back, especially like when you see The Burning or you see, well, maybe The Burning isn't independent, but when you look back at some of these movies and you see the actors like back in the day, you're like, oh my God, is it so and so? Like, it's so much fun to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. And it's also fun to be like, my brother, first, for one, is such a rock icon. And the other one's like, my brothers are doing Academy Award winning films. I don't know if they have, but they're very high respected films. It's like, I'm gonna do B horror movies.
Woo!
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I mean, and again, it's one of those cool things. Like, I mean, and right now we're having a resurgence of people getting into horror to get a start. I mean, look, obsession with indie. Look in in the late '90s, early 2000s with Scream. With Nev Campbell and all these other people. So like, horror has always continuously been a platform and a stepping stone for people to get into bigger things. I mean, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
You know,
Bacon, Johnny
Yeah,
Depp,
around the same time
obviously.
too.
yeah.
So, and it which I understand because I think horror is probably a more universal genre for people to get into because if you can actually act well and you want to be in this movie, like I think it's helpful, right? Like you have,
Yeah.
I think it's really helpful to be somewhat decent. So, but I just think I love actors who embrace the whole genre, right? And I feel like Pamela does because she did this movie. She goes on to do part 3. It's not like she doesn't care about this franchise, right? And it's a pretty decent franchise. So we have 3, or there's one more, I think,
Verse
right?
4, Return to
There's
Sleepaway Camp, which I love and will die on that hill. People
okay.
hate
I have
Uh-oh.
not seen 3 and 4. I
I
will
don't think I've
confess
seen
that.
4. Definitely seen 3,
4
but
is
Oh,
so
Felissa Rose is in it.
and number 4, she comes back.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. And and she's so great.
Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me,
God!
Dan.
What the hell? You
That was some
asshole.
insidious shit.
I didn't see anything. I was like, what?
Oh my God, he scared the shit out of me. What is wrong with you?
Tell him he's gonna be on a YouTube short.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to be.
I'm like drinking water. I'm like, what? What happened?
Oh my God,
He
scared the
scared
shit
me.
out of me.
He had a weird
scared
face
me.
on.
He did. What the hell? Anyways,
It'd
now
be
that
one of
I've
those horror movies where like you both died. I'm like, what happened?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what would happen. Like we'd be dead on the floor and Lance is just over here laughing. What?
He wouldn't even be
Anyway.
laughing. He wouldn't know what's going on. He'd be like,
What?
I need the meeting ID and the telephone number for the Zoom room.
First of all, I haven't had that issue in a
That's when
long
he'll
time,
notice.
sir.
That's when he'll notice I'm missing when he needs something and I don't
Yeah.
Oh my
respond.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
Here it goes.
Uh,
Have you guys? Do you guys remember that movie Funland with the killer clown in the amusement park, but like kind of like a crime, not really like a super scary movie?
not Fun House, Funland.
Yeah, Funland. It
Let me
had.
see.
It's known for like its creepy clown. I was just bringing it up because it's the same director as this. I was looking at the other movies that he did. I think
Hmm.
Funland, I saw it on Shudder a while ago, but of course he did Sleepaway Camp 3.
Oh, he's holding a Tommy gun.
Yeah, he did Funland. Every time I hear Tommy gun, I think of The Mask. Tommy gun.
Well, that's how I know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But the director's name is Michael A. Simpson, if anybody's interested.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, he actually used a pseudonym as the writer for part 2, Fritz Gordon. He's Fritz Gordon.
Oh,
But
I didn't know that.
apparently he didn't want people, I don't know, he used an alias or whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Did he not want people to know that?
So I want to be a
Like,
serious writer one day.
If
I
any of
can't
us
be
were doing
attached.
anything, would we use our real names or would we like change our
I mean,
names?
too late for me. My name's already out there.
Like he's like done.
I mean,
The only
I should,
thing I was gonna do is if I got huge peck implants, I was gonna change my name to BB Rockets.
Wow. There it
Mm.
is.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to do that though, Mikey.
BB cannons.
Oh God.
But anyways, that's just a little daydream I had. But speaking of breasts, this film has quite a bit of breasts,
Hmm.
and
That's why Lance was so excited to do this one.
yes, thank you.
I was like,
Lance
go
hasn't
on.
seen that much, that many jugs since we were in Tampa, but and that's only because it was raining and I was wearing white. But
Bouncy bounce.
this movie had so many minors in it, reading the troubles and tribulations they had to go through, where the what are they called? The union had to bring representatives down because they were like, you cannot have any of these kids saying bad words. You can't have any of these kids around when there's nudity, which obviously, duh. But I'm like, because there was even a minor in one of the love scenes had a minor, and they had to switch him out whenever the top came off. And it's like, why don't you just get someone over 18? Like, just avoid all the weirdness. But my favorite part is when I think it was Allie. She takes her bathing suit top off and she's wearing a white shirt. She's like, you better not push me in the pool. And I was like, oh girl, please. And so of course she get pushed in the pool. She comes out and she just wet shirt. You can see her boobs right through her shirt. And the kid goes, nice tits. They were like, he can't say that. So they changed it to what I think is a much better line, which was party hats at 2:00.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Which kind of fits more of like the mentality of kids back then. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
they probably wouldn't have said that. They would have just been like, had every little weird, dumb slang thing that you're like, hey, what would you call that if you saw? You know what I mean? And he's like,
I know.
yeah.
Well,
Dirty
But
pillows.
that was like the dirty pillow, yeah. But that, I mean, that's indicative of back then, right? Because I remember playing Scrabble when I was a kid with my crazy aunt, and she wrote tit on the. I didn't know what that meant, but she
a
wrote
bird.
out tit on the Scrabble board, and she's laughing, and I'm like, I don't even know what this is.
It's a bird.
A titmouse. Anyway,
Exactly.
so again, this was the. I mean, I'm sure Lance remembers this better than we do, but like
Of
literally
course.
nobody gave a fuck about kids in the 80s and 70s, 80s, 90s. Nobody cared about the kids.
Well,
Was
what did we
everybody?
see where the kids were smoking and looking at porn on screen on the thing?
Oh yeah,
And this,
with
Incredible
and
Melting Man.
yeah. I
Available on
mean,
Patreon.
again, like when I was a kid, like legitimately, my dad could pull up to the convenience store and literally goes, "Hey, just tell the guy in there I need a pack of cigarettes, some
Oh, yeah.
beer." He'd give me cash. I'd walk in there and go, "My dad's right outside. He said he needed cigarettes and beer." The guy looked at me and goes, "Looked outside. There you go." Gave it to
Sometimes
me.
you didn't even need to be outside. This was before my time though, but like, I know that my dad and uncles used to go get their, I think it was my grandma's sister, cigarettes or something, and they'd be like, "Oh, is this for your aunt or whatever?" I'm like, yeah. Um, so it just was a different time. Kids were trustworthy. We'd sneak in to our parents' or our cousins' rooms, get their porn. Now you can't do that because it's all online. But
yeah.
for the
Box
flack
of
that
magazines.
yeah, for the flack that this movie gets, I don't think it's problematic. I think its biggest flaw is that Angela is not likable.
No, I hate her,
Yeah.
and and I feel like in most of our horror movies we love the killers, right? Like we end up having
Yeah.
like we just love the killers, and there are a lot of like Mary Lou, for example, and in Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou,
Mm.
like she's great, I fucking love her, like
Yeah. Yeah.
Pamela. I mean,
I don't remember how she
Angela.
is in the third one, but like in the first one, you already have sympathy for her because you know the trauma she went through, you know what her situation is now. And it's like, okay, so why is she now like Mother Teresa meets
Mm.
Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night? It was just,
Do you think that because it kind of sucks because it feels like, you know, speaking of, because they had the Jason mask and the Freddy mask or claw. It's funny how we have a female protagonist slasher. You know what I mean? Where
Antagonist.
yeah, if somebody is legitimately like doing like the sinful fucking or doing something improper or whatever, and they kill everybody, and we're like fine with it. You know what I mean? Because it goes along with that kind of trope. But when there is a female lead doing basically the same thing, you know what I mean? The only difference is obviously with Jason, he doesn't talk. It's just pretty much reacts to, if teens are fucking, we stabbed him, because he's, camp counselors weren't doing their jobs because they're banging. But we got this female, slasher, and like every time she does something, you kind of like annoyed it because she had to have this whole like Christian-esque kind of vibe to it. Like you said, she sounds like a Christian counselor, you know what I mean? Where she's like,
yeah.
oh, they're doing sinful things in sinful places, and da-da-da. Or she's always like, oh yeah, she's probably doing some kind of thing with another boy or whatever. You know what I mean? And you're like, all right.
She's just the way she says it, she's very vicious. And I feel I feel like she's very anti-woman, especially like what she does to some of them and like slut shaming them beyond belief is insane to me. And I'm just like, that's why I don't like her. And because she talks too fucking much, and not because she's a woman, but because she's preaching her bullshit, but she's
Yeah.
murdering people and this is her justification. And it's just strange because like I don't mind. And there's that line in the Chucky show where Jake is talking, and he's a gay character on the show, and he's talking to Chucky, and Chucky's telling him about Glenda. And what does he say? I have a son. Well, more like I forget what Glenda is, whatever he says about her or him or whatever them. And and he's like, you don't care that your son is or that your kid is like that. And he's like, I'm not a monster, Jake. And like
Yeah.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
love that part.
I'm not a monster, Jake. And like that's my thing. It's like exactly because they just kill because they're just like, okay. But
Yeah,
Angela
like
is ugh.
so Jason has a reason to kill people that are promiscuous, and it's because
he
he was
he drowned.
ignored.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
why he
drowned
died.
because people were fucking. That there's a reason. I don't think Freddy intentionally kills people that do that. I think it's just he happens to kill people that are uh, busy with other things. But because he never like condemns it, and with Angela, it's like she openly condemns it, and she treats them like they're like 10 years old. But also, I would understand if she was doing it to the mean bullies,
Yeah.
not everyone. And I do, it would have been interesting, and I don't think this movie was trying to be very thought-provoking or even that deep,
No.
but there's times where she like gives the girls chances to redeem themselves. You know, she even tries talking to them. She's like, you know, I know you didn't know any better when you showed your breasts, blah blah. And like, and I think also what kind of is annoying about this is those women are adults, we can tell.
Yeah,
I
just a little bit.
understand. Like, if I caught my daughters doing stuff like that, I would tell them the exact same thing. You don't know any better, but don't do that. Like, you know, especially, I mean, not that I have not participated in those group activities, but you want them to value and respect themselves. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I know that these women are women. Like, don't preach to another adult woman about her
Yeah.
choices. And that's kind of what's annoying. And there's not really a reason why she wants this purity thing.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, the only
like again, I understand if she does that to people that are being mean and bullies and being like, "You're being trashy, stop doing that." But these girls were all just kind of girls, except for
Yeah.
Allie.
the only one she had the reason I thought was the only thing the one other camp counselor when she goes he kind of reminds me of a boy that was mean to me when I was younger. I can understand her wanting to kill maybe him. I can understand maybe the Alley girl because she's being mean to the Molly girl. You know what I mean? That makes sense. But then the randomness of some of the other ones, and then just stabbing the one girl because she saw them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And
the
also,
two
why wasn't she going
boys,
after the boys?
the two. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. They were gonna scare her first. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm. Interesting, Angela. Interesting turn of events we've uncovered here.
That's what I'm
which
saying. So
previous to
Angela's
that,
problematic, but she's not problematic for what people.
Yeah. She's not
yeah,
transphobic. She's just a
Yeah.
cunt.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
She is.
and I think that's what the problem is like you start to like Aid said, I mean, it just she's a little too vocal about her kind of like values on the public of us watching and the camp, the little kids, and you're kind of
Mhm.
like,
Well, and that's the beauty of this movie is that it is quintessentially 80s. Like it is sleazy, it is funny, it is it can be problematic, but again, I don't give it a pass. I just think that it's whatever. That was the time. Like what are we supposed to do? We can't turn back the hands of time. We can only learn from it, right?
Hmm.
And it's just I don't know, there's great scenes, there's great kills, and I love that it pays homage to other 80s horror films, obviously with Freddy Jason, even when she's wearing the other chick's face, leather face, right? So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a fun 80s flick. I wouldn't say that it's definitely not thought provoking, Mike. You're absolutely right, but
No.
it's a good time. I like to put it on and do things around the house and listen to it.
It's a good summer movie.
It is
yeah,
a good
You
summer
know, like it
movie.
has the vibes, right? The summer camp stuff, the boobs, the blood, the gore. Um, it's just I'm gonna say something controversial yet brave. It hits all the marks, but it's not good, but it's watchable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say like if I had to talk about a favorite movie, this definitely isn't it, but you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, we talk all the time about the fact that Sleepaway Camp would be basically this kind of same feeling, but because of the ending, because it totally flipped the script on how you would think of something. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
like
for
it basically,
horror comedy, it was definitely
yeah.
it's it's very jarring. I think it's very polarizing ending.
So I mean,
I
I
disagree
think,
though. I'll finish when you're done. I don't want to pull an
Mm.
aid.
but no, I mean, it just seems like, but that's what I'm saying though. It really does seem like this movie's fun, enjoyable. We will want to watch it. If you want a slasher, just kill, 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 summertime. This is great. Like you're never gonna like say no to it. But again, is it earth breaking, groundbreaking type, thing? No, it's not. I
Earth
know.
shattering or groundbreaking.
Yes, I
Pick
got
one.
groundbreaking,
He,
Um,
whatever.
he got one. It's
earth
almost his
bending.
B-day, so we gotta be
Um,
nice to him.
not yet, but I disagree because the first one to me, I think is more of a horror movie. It has comedic elements because it's campy, but it's not intentionally campy. I think it's just one of those. just can't because of the subject matter and because of the time frame. This one they tried to do more comedy, and it's that trying to that I kind of am reserved with, because it's like it doesn't always land for me. That's not saying that's not funny. I just have a different sense of humor, and so it's like, oh well, they're trying to be funny. It's like, whereas the original one, I feel like wasn't trying to be funny. There was some comedic moments, but it wasn't trying to be funny. But just because of the time frame and the circumstances, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
That's
So our
wrong.
ratings then, I give it at like a 3.5.
I give it a 2.5. I'll watch it again, but I'm not gonna go rush to go watch it. I had
Yeah.
no issues with Kevin picking Sleepaway Camp 2. I was actually like, oh, let me rewatch it and see if I've changed my feelings. And my feelings did change because I was like, wow, I really hate Angela.
I slightly hated her.
Well, it made me realize that I didn't not like the movie. I just don't like Angela. The movie's fine. I
Yeah.
really don't like Angela.
She gotta
Yeah,
go.
three is a definite. Yeah, because I mean, it's always going to be there. Summertime movie if you want to watch some really fun stuff, or even have a marathon with a certain style of movies. I mean, we don't get so many that you get at least 3 or 4 from some of these older ones. Like Maniac Cop or Wishmaster and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And summertime movie wise, I mean, you're very put into a little box with Jaws, Jason, Sleepaway Camp, Slumber Party. I guess it's not really in the summer, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, I like it just for those factors, and it's kind of fun. And yes, there's boobs, there's blood, and lots of just unfortunate things that happen to people. So it's always going to get a win. Thanks,
Yeah.
Kevin.
All right, yeah. Well, thank you, Kevin, for your pick, and I'm glad you responded to the post. So, for those of you who've seen it and haven't responded yet, you still have time to get in your movie picks. Just try and make sure it's not something we've already done, and then also something that we can easily find, because if we can't stream it, like,
If we can't stream, we can't be it.
yeah, exactly. So we're not trying to be stingy about it. But
Not all of us
anyway.
have copies of it at the house.
Oh, speaking of, there is I have you can find it. It's like the emergency kit DVD collection of these movies. It has the first, second, third one, and some lost footage of what would have been the original fourth one. Because the original fourth one was like getting made, but then they stopped before they remade it, or they made the fourth one in sometime in the 2000s. And I don't have the rare one. So it's a white box. It says survival kit. That's what it's called, and it's just a white box. It looks like a first aid kit,
Mhm.
but when they first released it, it had a red cross on it, like the first aid kit, and then the Red Cross was like, no, no, no. So they had
Nay.
they had to stop that print and print them all with just a white box. So if you have the one with the Red Cross on it, everybody, that's very valuable. Don't get rid of it.
Oh, that's
Mm,
crazy. Now I
Yeah.
want to look for it.
exactly.
As a nerd that
Um,
I am, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, get that rare stuff.
that's awesome.
Well, I guess before I perjure myself, I was talking about the writer of the film. It's actually Michael Hitchcock, and he was under the name Fritz Gordon, not the Michael Simpson, the director. So anyway,
Oh, Michaels are Michaels. I'm one too.
Michael. I saw Michael, and I was like, oh, so that makes sense. Anyway,
Michael Michelson.
that's it for this week's episode. Let me get down to the notes. Please exit the podcast in a calm and spooky fashion. If you want to see our faces and see how I treat them, which is fine, watch
Today
the
was
video.
fine.
Today was fine. And Lance, good job today for not talking over anybody. I'm very proud of you. Watch our video cast at youtube.com/slasherspodcast. If you need more nerd chaos in your life, slice deeper with the Comic Chop, our monthly deep dives with Joe from Much Ado About Nerding. Join the cult at patreon.com/slasherspod for exclusive episodes, bonus content, and curse perks. Rock your support at slasherspod.redbubble.com because nothing gets you laid faster than slasher swagger. If you want to haunt us, you can do so on Instagram at slasherspod for the official page and at Mutant Goons from Beyond for the gang. Scream at us directly at me, pathologically ADE, Mikey at Southern Fried Mikey, or Lance at Zombie VS Hates. A huge, huge thanks to our Bloodbound Patreon patrons: Josh Gunn, Dinosaurs Will Always Be Awesome, My Mom Lorene, Kevin, Vlad, Leslie, Cam, Gale, Press Eject, Bruce Magnus, and Mikey's little sister,
That's what I
Sarah.
said to call her.
Well, I'm not saying the other part. You can say it. Thank you so much for your support. We're super excited. And whoever just bought a couple of t-shirts, if that was you, Sarah, I don't know who it was, but we actually had a couple sales today on Slashers Pod. I was like, oh my God, I know. I'm so excited. So whoever bought the t-shirt and sticker, thank you very much. We truly appreciate you guys. Remember, we make all these designs for you. We really don't make any money off of it, but we just want you to have it. So if you have it, please make sure you put it on and post it and tell everybody, tell all your friends, your family. Don't tell your grandma because she'll probably hate us, but
She
whatever.
might like us.
She might like some of us. I don't know.
Wow.
Whatever.
Mine are gone.
Oh, they're mine actually.
Oh my God,
Mine's
mine
aged
too. I
up.
just realized that.
Oh wow, way to bring the room down, Aid.
Once you see that
Oh.
thing I sent the chat, you'll understand this moment he's doing right here as he sips his drink.
As he's
I'm
sipping
an
his
angel.
vodka disaster.
I wish. I've only had tequila. I'm drinking cough syrup.
Oh, I love Lalo.
He's
Just
still
make
drinking
a
Lalo.
margarita. He's still drinking the Lalo. That's
We won't
good
have
too.
any before we get there. He'll try to drink it before we get there.
No,
Well, you better save us a shot.
my mom watched my kids this weekend, and she was like, "I sent something home for you guys, and it's another bottle of tequila." So I have 3. 2 of them,
Nice.
3 of them are unopened. So
Woo.
I have an open bottle and 3 unopened ones. So guess what we're drinking next week?
Whoop, whoop.
Party in Texas. Well, thanks y'all for listening, and remember to stay spooky. Goodbye. Don't die.
Adios, senoritas.
Die or survive.
Muertos a la chingada. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Happy Pride, everybody. We love you.
Pride
Aw.
Joker. Get over it.
Oh.
Happy 250th birthday, America.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.